Hello, ladies and gentlemen. You're watching the Lethal Injections podcast. I'm Evil Ace King,
I'm Evil Thrillman.
And this is your boy Evil Crash.
and this is a podcast where a group of friends sit around and basically break down a little bit of tech on what we know and our opinions of things coming out with the next gen consoles. So
Woohoo!
yeah, the good
Oh
old
yeah.
PS4 versus Xbox debate.
Oh
So
God.
yeah, I guess we'll go right into it, and Thurman, you can, if you want, read off the specs of the Xbox to begin.
Well, the Xbox is going to be the processor is going to be 8-core CPU running about 1.75 gigahertz. The RAM is going to be 8 gigs. It's going to be the DDR3. It's going to be running a Radeon 853 megahertz at 768 shaders. It's going to have the Blu-ray disc drive. Peak GPU power is going to be about 1.31 teraflops, 500 gigabyte hard drive, non-removable, as well as you can buy a external hard drive, upgradable, um, and that's about it right there.
All right, so that's pretty much the Xbox One specs. So I guess we'll go ahead and move into the to its competition. I guess you could say its competitor, the PS4.
Your PS4 is going to have a combo CPU GPU. It's called an APU. It's going to be the Jaguar 8-core single chip. It has the 86. It's going to have 8 gigabytes of memory running the DDR5, which is quite a bit faster. But the Radeon is going to have a graphics card of 1152 stream processors running temperature at 5 degrees to 35 degrees. It's going to have your typical Blu-ray player. Peak GPU is going to be 1.84 teraflops, 500 gigabyte hard drive, and user upgradable.
Now the last thing on between those two specs, we tried to find out what temperature the Xbox One between all three of us was going to run. We weren't able to find an actual, per se, temperature that it would be running, but I guess what did we figure out about the temperature? What is it? The Xbox One solution, as far as what we found on how they're going to control temperature.
Go ahead, Crash.
Well, the Xbox One has the capability to detect when it's getting hot. You actually have an indication come up across your screen letting you know. It does have the capability to power down some of the properties in it, which could make it a little bit slower with things, but pretty much that's all we found out with that so far.
Yeah, we really haven't been able to find a temperature. I know on the PS4 we were able to compare what the PS3 temperature, average temperature is to the next gen. Of course, newer technology and everything in it. But Thurman, do you happen to have the temperature on the PS3?
The temperature of the PS3 was 45 to 55 degrees Celsius, typically about 113 Fahrenheit to higher, about that range right there for the PS3. So you're talking about a huge difference in cooling between the Xbox 3 and the Xbox 3, wow, the PS3 and the PlayStation 4.
Yeah. I guess then the main debate comes down to Crash. What are you going with? PS4 or Xbox? We both know in the long run, at least in my opinion, they're gonna play games. They're gonna do what they're intended to do, and I think they're both gonna be pretty competitive. Everybody does remember the debacle with Xbox in the beginning, and the always connected, and the camera's always watching me, and they've tried to reverse those policies and go backwards a little bit to almost mimic, in my personal opinion, mimic kind of what Sony's doing,
Hmm.
which I think is a good thing. Where do you stand as far as which next gen you're gonna play on?
Well, the first one I will be getting will be the PlayStation 4. Of course, I will get the Xbox One eventually, maybe when prices drop a little, but definitely the PlayStation 4.
Throw them the same question to you. You.
Um, I will definitely go with the PS4 on release date. Anyways, I will definitely be getting a Xbox One down the road. Probably when the price comes down. It's a little too high for your normal average working Joe. So, you know, on paper the stats look better towards the PS4. So I'll probably go with that.
As far as I'm concerned, I'm PS4 myself. I may get an Xbox with price drop. It'll be a wait and see. I may not bleed green this gen. I'm not sure yet. It's still, I guess for me, my thing with the whole PS4 and Xbox, this whole thing going on, they kind of got themselves into a mess. I feel like they just kind of, they seen that Sony's over here making headway. They obviously pre-ordering pretty well. I mean, I just kind of feel like for me, I guess the reason why I don't want an Xbox is because now I feel like the Xbox is the same as the PlayStation. I really honestly feel like it's just a copy. So I don't know if I'll get an Xbox. So all you Xbox fans out there, you can leave me all the hate mail you want. I love it.
Well, you gotta remember too, Xbox is trying to, pick up a little bit too. Xbox did put out that's going to have a CPU speed boost of 10% in a vain attempt to keep up with the PS4. So, they're trying, but they just did too much backstepping.
Yeah, I feel like they've done too much backstepping. And they said that in Xbox's defense, the policy that they came out with, now, I want to say I seen this 2 days ago. In their defense, Xbox basically said they didn't realize how people were going to react. They feel like physical disc and all that stuff eventually in the future will not exist. They're just not going to exist. So they were testing out, in a sense, kind of like what Steam and some of these other providers are doing. I can understand that. I understand that at some point you got to evolve and things are going to change. Technology's going to move on. Yes, we might not be playing with physical disc. Do I think people are really ready for it now? Obviously not. So I just feel like when they got there, it was just a lot of backstepping, and I guess that's where they lost me. I mean, I've had a 360, started off with it. I was just like most people, the red rings of death. I think I've been through 2 or 3. How many did you go through, Thrillman?
I have been through 5 Xbox 360s in 1 year.
Yeah. How about you, old Crash?
I was done.
I went through 3.
So you went through 3. You're right there around with me.
Yeah, well, I had the worst one though. I had one where it came straight out of the box and gave me the ring of death as soon as I powered it on.
Brand
I
new?
didn't have a chance. Yeah, I didn't even have a chance to even create my screen names and stuff. And it just instantly ring of death. I was like, "Are you shitting me?"
Kidding me?
I love
man.
That's got to be the best feeling in the world. Can you imagine the poor kid that might have got that and unwrapped it on Christmas? That would have been terrible. It's not that I want people.
I would have been a little upset.
I want people to understand I don't hate Xbox. Even though I had those issues, I still, I wouldn't have bought 3 if I wasn't enjoying it.
Oh, yeah.
I do think that Microsoft itself, one thing that it does have going for it, and it will have for this gen, is its apps and the stuff that it runs. I mean, they are ahead of the curve on Sony there, and that's where I feel like Sony coming with the PS4 is going to have to step up. Obviously, now they both have Twitch TV, so I mean, I feel like Sony's trying, but not
that's a big thing for the tournament communities as well, the pro gamers,
yeah,
Twitch TV,
The Twitch TV is huge, but I still feel like that's where Sony lacks. They need to get the apps. They need like what I want to say. Xbox has like the ESPN app. It has a bunch of really good things on there. Where I felt like Sony, in reality, it took them a long time to get the YouTube app. It took them a while to get to the level that Xbox was at.
Oh yeah.
So only time will tell. But where I stand is PS4. I don't know if I'll get an Xbox One. If I do, it will be price drop. Is when I get one, definitely.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, also as well, there's going to be a lot of people out there in, console world that's going to have those little, like the Apple TVs and the Rokus and stuff like that has all those apps. really don't care about the apps for the consoles. They're just more worried about the gaming based systems. So
Yeah.
there's different worlds out there that they have to try to
This is true.
help and stuff.
But the guys that are sitting there laughing at all these PS4 versus Xbox, that's the PC guys. We love you PC guys.
Oh, yeah.
They're just sitting there. They're just
I don't have to worry about that.
I don't
Ain't
have
my
to
word.
worry about this mess. All right, so that's pretty much where we stand. I do like the fact that PS4 is also leaving the hard drive where it's upgradable. They say it's pretty much the same as what the PS3 is. I like that. I don't really want to have to go buy an external hard drive, and I'm sure it's going to have to be something related to Microsoft in order for it to work. I don't think you're going to be able to take your hard drive you own now and just pop it in there. If that does work on the Xbox, I think that's kind of a win for them. But I think if you're kind of forced to go out and have to buy a Microsoft-related hard drive, I think that's another drawback for Microsoft. So, all right, that's pretty much our opinions on PS4 and Xbox One. I'm gonna call it Xbone. I guess we'll move on to one. Crash over here, this evil Crash, this big teddy bear of a man, is very upset about a game not being a launch title, and they keep teasing him with it. So I'm gonna let you talk about it, Crash, and why you're so upset about Destiny not being a launch title.
Man, Destiny is one of them type of games. You show me the trailer, which is awesome, and then you turn around and you show me gameplay. Awesome. I love it. I love how your friends can just drop in. What's up, buddy? Let's go kill some stuff. All right, cool. Let's do it. But then again, you're not going to give it to me an exclusive. Why are you twisting my nipples with that? You don't do that. That's not nice. But hey, maybe it could be in a beta or whatever form, and it was just showing it off. Maybe they're still working on it. I don't know, but it still pretty much makes me mad that it's not coming out.
Because you want to play it right now.
Yeah, right now, man.
So
I'm ready.
what you're saying is Destiny should have blocked your computer from being able to see its trailer. And
Yes.
there you go. I got you, bud.
You shouldn't even show me the gameplay. Okay, the trailer I could deal with,
Yeah.
but not the gameplay.
Well, that's like me and Thrill. We're kind of in the same boat. We're both Dragon Age fans, and we got to see the gameplay from that. Now we're ready to play, but we have to wait till I think the summer
I'm
of
gonna
2004.
lose my mind.
Yeah, so
I'm gonna lose it, man.
I hate and I love the trailers. The problem with the trailers is usually you don't know how far in development or how close to being done it is. You don't know if
But it
those...
looks so good. It looks like it's playable right now. It's already there,
Of course,
it's aggravating.
that's true.
It's right there.
I think most of that stuff is... I want to say the way they play, like gameplays and stuff. If I'm correct, I could be wrong. So if I'm wrong, you can crucify me in the comments. But I think a lot of the builds that they show off and playable parts of it are usually on like a PC itself, because the rest of the game is still being developed or whatnot. So
Yeah, that's where they program them at, anyways. Build them, edit them, program them. All that's going to be on PC. I mean, you can't build it on a console to do it, so they'll play it on a PC to at least highlight and show what they're doing with the game. So.
Well, I'm gonna have to jump on the bandwagon with you on the Dragon Age.
Oh, you're on the bandwagon?
It's gonna be a good game.
I feel bad for you. You're sitting there cringing to play 2 now.
Yeah, you know what? I guess I'm gonna be a broke son of a bee.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh yeah.
I'll wait till we get into our next subject, which that's gonna go ahead and bring us into our next subject. Between the 3 of us, we basically have talked about games that we're interested in playing. Maybe 2 of us liked the game out of the 3, so it made our top 10 list, or however it may have went. This is our top 10 lists, and this has both PlayStation and Xbox exclusives. So, just so everybody, out there doesn't think this is all one-sided. Our number 1 game, oddly enough, considering we're all talking about getting a PlayStation 4 right out the gate and waiting on an Xbox, is Titanfall. We all want to play Titanfall, but yet we have a problem, with the Xbox. So, but Titanfall, for myself, when I seen it, it looks incredible. I want to say the 2 guys that are leading it are the former members that basically have made the Call of Duty franchise what the Call of Duty franchise is as far as the multiplayer. So I want to say it's like West, and I can't remember the other gentleman's name, but the game play that I've seen, I think what I like the most about it, it's kind of like a free run with a jetpack, and you can really get almost anywhere. I think
Oh yeah.
that's what I like about Titanfall, and they said that they're trying to keep it very balanced. You know, if somebody's in a mech and you're, basically a foot soldier, neither one of you really have an advantage. You can take out the mech as being a foot soldier. You can get up to higher elevations. It just sounds like it's a good balanced game from the way they talk. I'm kind of excited. Maybe I'll have to borrow someone's Xbox One to play when it comes out. Yeah, man, I might have to borrow it, come over and hang out and play Titanfall, because I am impressed by Titanfall.
Oh yeah.
I'll go with you, Thrim. What do you think about Titanfall?
Titanfall, we're all in agreement on that. It's definitely one of those games we really got to get to play. You talking about developers, the Respawn Entertainment, publishers of Electronic Arts. So I mean, one of my biggest things that I hope that there's a actual campaign style in the multiplayer, because it is a online game. I'm hoping there's a good storyline with that, or try to incorporate a good storyline with that, because I've always been big about storylines and campaign modes. So, other than that, I mean, the game looks phenomenal. The mech is awesome. There's everything, the console. I mean, everything with that one is gonna be awesome.
I'm in agreement. It's kind of like a kid with Transformers. That's how I take it.
And I'm telling you, you can actually get in it. And, oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
This is a big old medical toy for you.
Yeah, there you go. So what's your? I guess, Chris, what's your favorite thing about Titanfall that you've seen? How we all put it at, it's number one as of now. So, what do you like about Titanfall? What draws you into Titanfall?
Well, of course, what you were saying earlier, as a foot soldier and being in the actual robot itself. I mean, there is disadvantages, and I love how you're able to be a foot soldier and still jump on top of a big old metal gun thing and just start ripping wires out and making it explode. That, and plus if you have mech on mech, I mean, you got the robot just yanks the guy out of the suit and tosses him like a little rag doll. I mean, me personally, watch out, because I'm gonna do you the same way. But I'm gonna definitely have to get it. It's gonna be one of the. Of course, I'm gonna get every game that comes out probably.
Yeah,
So,
I see a lot of broke. A lot of broke.
broke.
Yeah, we're not going to be the only ones. I'm pretty positive that there's going to be a lot of broke people this holiday.
A lot of broke men, but there
Yeah.
are females out there. But
That's
there'll be a lot of
true.
broke men this year.
We love the
Oh, yeah.
females that are gamers too.
You gotta love them.
At least I do. I don't know about these other two guys.
With Titanfall, isn't there a when you're playing Titanfall, there is a AI playing with you, right?
From what I've understood so far, and of course nothing is set in concrete, but the last that I've heard, I've seen the live gameplay. From what I understand, it's supposed to be, and it may have changed, or I could be completely wrong. I think it is 6 versus 6, but I want to say you also have AI on your team. And the way they're trying to do this is it's a multiplayer, and you're playing online, but yet they try to blend in somewhat of a campaign. So while you're playing it, you're going through somewhat of a campaign. Their vision of this was, I want to say it might be Zamberlin or something like that. The two guys that used to, the two heads, you could say, that were running Call of Duty said that majority of people, and this is true for like a Call of Duty or a Halo, they don't really play a campaign. They jump straight into the multiplayer. It's all about leveling up. It's all about prestige or whatever it may be. So instead of spending the time, the money, and the resources to build just a single player campaign where they felt like maybe most people wouldn't, if they could blend both together, then it was basically you're putting all your money in a spin area. You don't have to have two different builds. So from what I understand, you're going to be playing against other players, but there's also going to be enemy AI that you're going to be playing against. As the same for the other team, they're going to be playing against you and your team of so many people and enemy AI. So either way you go, if that is the way it stays and that is the way it is, that's pretty interesting. I think that makes it a lot easier for newcomers that really haven't played a lot of shooters or never really touched the Call of Duty or a Halo. I think it's kind of easier for those people to just kind of transition into that. With having the AI, obviously, in some sense, it's not gonna. In my opinion, I could be wrong. It's not gonna have the same reflexes as another person. Another person on the other end is, unpredictable on what they're gonna do. So, I think it just kind of levels out the playing field. So, is that it, Thrillman? That it crash on Titanfall for you?
Oh yeah, man, it's coming.
Oh yeah. All right. That leads us to our number 2 game on the list here, and of course it's Call of Duty Ghost. How could it not be?
Oh yes.
Yeah, you can't leave out Ghost, man.
That's right. You can't leave out Ghost. We're all Call of Duty fans. I'm gonna go ahead and let you start first this time, Crash, with Ghost and what you like about it.
Oh well, Ghost, man, it's just the new games, the new perk systems, the new perks that they came out with, new weapons. Me especially as us that we like to play pro gaming. You have the actual AI that will actually do as a real player will. They'll drop shot you, they'll knee slide, they'll corner camp you, which is I thought was pretty cool for them to have that advanced on this game. Makes it better for you too, especially if you got newbies coming in. You can definitely start off playing AIs, and you're going to get up there pretty quick. So that's my take. I'm definitely going to get it. Like I said, I'm gonna be broke. But yeah, that's a definite. It might be a top. It's gonna be top 5.
Thrillman?
Oh God, don't even get me started on Call of Duty.
Yeah, you're a long time
I've been playing since
Yeah.
the beginning of the beginning. If it was Call of Duty or it said COD, I was playing it.
You were playing with my grandma when she was young.
Kicked my butt.
That's
Trust me.
right.
But no, Call of Duty, it looks like a great game. All the new systems with it. You're talking about a brand new, really awesome thing for Call of Duty, the dynamic maps, changing of the maps, changing of the scenery. You got a bunch of new game modes. You got Blitz, and you got a couple other super cool multiplayer stuff. Lots of new guns, lots of kill streaks. So you're talking about a big game in the industry, and they really brought it out this time. But with both guns drawn, they came out with it was. I'm super excited. I'm giddy. I'm about to have a heart attack if it don't come out soon enough, but it's definitely have a lot of new features that everybody I think is gonna like.
Is it number 1 on your list?
No, but
What?
you'll see why later.
Okay. Is it in your top 3?
It's in my top 2.
Okay. All right.
Oh, so it is number 2 then.
Yeah,
It
it's
is
number 2. We got that solved.
Even
For
though
you-
I'm
for some of the slow people there.
full-time Call of Duty fan, there's one more that beats it, and I just can't help it.
All right. I guess I'll give my opinion of Call of Duty Ghost. I like Blitz. I like the AI. If it performs like they say it is with jump shots and drop shots,
Absolutely.
I'm kind of I have to see it to believe it type of guy. But they were really, adamant about this AI and squads and your team. It's a little different with basically, what is it? You got 10 soldiers, so you can prestige the 10 soldiers. The weapons, from what I've seen in Call of Duty itself, a lot of people are saying, it's just another Call of Duty. But it being on next gen, it does look better. And with the new Blitz game mode and some of the stuff that they're trying to do, for me, I feel like it's that fresh breath of air they needed, and I feel like they're also, like with that game mode, cranked. And I've told Thrillman and crash here. I feel like when you say cranked, you need what's that guy's name? Jason Statham to come in and like
Statham.
yeah. Just you need that guy to come in and kick somebody in the head.
that'd be
That's
awesome.
what it makes me think of when I think cranked. I think of that movie with him in it. So
He needs to come in and
That's right.
Aston Martin, driving in.
no, I got
Just
it.
kick someone inside the head.
They need to have a kill streak that's boner check. That's the kill streak.
Check.
Boner check. That would make that game pretty epic. So
Oh yeah.
I'm looking
Yeah.
forward to it. I think it looks pretty good. I mean, they're trying to at least change some stuff up. Some people are gonna like it, some people aren't. I like the basically kind of like that pick 10 or pick 8 system for perks. I think that's really gonna change it up because some of those perks, are very cheap and some of them are very high. So I think that's gonna be pretty interesting to see how people basically pick their perk loadout to go with the weapons and stuff. So I'm ready. For me, I'm probably with Thrillman. I might actually, and this is gonna sound sad, I might put it at third for me. It might be in my top 3 and third for Ghost.
Wasn't you telling me something the other day about they were so confident in their AI that you actually get experience points now for it?
Yes, according to what they say, that if you play against the enemy bots, I believe if that was in squads, you'll actually get online like multiplayer XP for playing against. Apparently, Evil Thrillman or you can build a squad and your soldiers, and apparently I can go in and try to challenge them with the soldiers I have. And if you're able to do well against the enemy team you're going against, which is basically, I guess from what I understand, you're 10 soldiers, you'll get experience for actually playing against robots.
Well, the cool thing with that too is another little tidbit to that is you don't even have to be online for your soldiers to play for you.
Yeah.
So that's a pretty cool
Yeah.
little thing. You don't even have to be playing; they will do it for you.
Yeah, it's
Buy your loadout though.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, buy your loadout. That's the pretty insane thing about it though. That you not even being online from what I understand also, if your loadouts that you pick for these soldiers do well, you'll gain experience and not even be playing. I mean,
Yep.
to me that sounds like you're pretty confident in your AI. You've got to be
Oh.
somewhat confident.
Oh, yeah.
So I got to say Call of Duty doesn't it impresses me. I've heard some naysayers. It impresses me. I think it's going to be that, that fresh breath of air. They're trying some new things out like search and rescue. And I do like that the kill streaks now are more in your face. There's not a lot of like air kill streaks, and of course they brought back my favorite, like they had in MW3, support, assault, and specialist. So,
That's a cool little thing too. Yeah.
I
I'm
like
happy
it.
for that coming back.
yeah, I like it. Some people don't like it. I do like it, just as long as I don't, no more Black Ops 2 lag, for crying out loud. Please be gone.
Yes,
Oh,
please.
Yeah, God.
Please.
All right. That's my thoughts on Call of Duty Ghosts. Moving on to our number 3 game on our list, which is very hilarious that it's right there with it. Is it number 4? No, it's number 3, guy.
No, never mind. It's number 3 on our list.
See this guy, everybody? He just derails everything. You are evil.
What is the number 3?
Number
What is
3 is Battlefield 4. There you
Thank
go.
you.
Thank you. You should let me say it first.
You're saying it too slow, sir. You gotta keep it up. Keep it
No,
up.
you were
Let's
putting
go,
4
let's go,
fingers
let's
up before I even scratched my nose, guy. It's Battlefield 4. That's number 3 on our list. So
Can't wait.
I'm excited for Battlefield. I guess I'm gonna start since you got me all derailed.
Yeah, go ahead and start that one.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and start it. Battlefield 4 for me. Battlefield. I played Battlefield for a while. I've actually probably been playing Battlefield, the series itself, longer than Call of Duty. For me, Battlefield, I've never really taken super serious. I can't fly a helicopter to save my life. If you see anybody named Ace King, I don't care who it is online, just don't get in any helicopters, any planes with anybody named Ace or King or Ace King.
Don't do it.
Just stay away from it. I will kill you if it is me. I
Yeah.
suck at them. But I've never taken it serious. The maps are different. They have a lot of basically weapons, and in this new one especially, has a lot of weapons to choose from, a lot of grips, a lot of attachments to go with it, and the fact that it's 32 versus 32, that kind of
Wow.
excites me. Yeah.
A lot of people playing online. That's for
Yeah,
sure.
that's
It's
a
gonna
lot
be
of
fun.
that's a lot of people that I could just crash my helicopter into. Maybe I'll take a couple out with me in the process.
Hey, just cross your fingers and fly,
That's
man.
right. That's what I'm gonna do because I'm terrible at it. I
Look,
like
Mom,
it.
no hands.
Yeah, no hands. I enjoy Battlefield. I've enjoyed Battlefield 3. It's for me. It's more fun to play with friends. I don't really take it serious, as like a Call of Duty. I play it for fun. I like all the vehicles. There's a lot of stuff to do in Battlefield now that they're kind of making the environment where what they call quote unquote, I believe it's called Levolution, which
Yeah.
in my opinion is
Basically,
dynamic map.
dynamic.
It's
Yeah.
cool, don't get me wrong, but in my opinion, the Levolution is just basically a dynamic map, which is good. I like stuff changing. I don't like, I like the fact that they're going to change up the map a little bit, and there's things that you can do and trigger to change up the map. So I'm ready for Battlefield. That's actually number 2 on my list. So I'm going to go with you, Thrillman, and your opinions of Battlefield 4. What excites you?
Um, that's one of those games I didn't play much. I did play a little bit. I love the games. So it's just one of those things. I am excited for it to come out to give it a shot at least. They are bringing back that damage to the buildings and shooting big giant holes in walls. So that's a cool little feature they're bringing back. And EA's did a Digital Illusions did pretty good. So I like the game. Just never big in it because I was always playing Call of Duty. It was hard for me to go from Call of Duty to Battlefield. So
Yeah. You got me
it's a
into
big difference.
he got me into Call of Duty. This guy. I didn't play Call of Duty. I was terrible.
Yeah, he was horrible.
I
He was the worst player I've ever played with, but now he's better than me.
Yeah. It's a lot of practice, man. A lot of practice.
Oh yeah.
He has, but Thurman has been playing. He said Battlefield he hasn't had. He has been playing Call of Duty with my grandma. That was serious. He's been playing it that long. He got me into it, and it's kind of addicting. So you're gonna try out Battlefield 4, Thurman.
Yeah, I'll definitely give it a shot. And all those games I did play, not long, but I did play it. It was just hard for me to get the controls and everything new with the Battlefield. I was always Call of Duty, so it was kind of when it's hard to jump from one to the other. So I will definitely give it a shot. See how the Battlefield 4 is going to be with the new consoles. It's going to have a lot more performance and a lot more. It's going to be aesthetically pleasing. It's going to look very pretty. So. I'll definitely have to buy it and give it a shot. If I don't like it, you know what? I have the game. I'll play it some more whenever it gets around to it. So.
There you go. Crash, it's your turn, buddy, Mr. Battlefield guy.
You know what? You're the one that got me on Battlefield.
Oh, am I?
Yeah, you're the one that got me. We started playing Battlefield 3. Of course, I could never get into the helicopter with you to experience your non-flying skills.
Thank God.
But it seemed fun, especially if you come to realize that you stop playing a game like it is Call of Duty. You can actually get somewhere. But that was my big thing. I was playing the game, playing it like it was Call of Duty, and I was just getting my butt tore up. So hopefully I won't do that again. Especially in Battlefield 4. I love how it looks. I can't wait. So I'm gonna definitely be on the bandwagon for Battlefield 4.
So you ready? Is it in your top 3?
Oh yes, sir.
Okay, there we go.
Yes, sir. I'm gonna be with you, buddy.
Thurman's got it in his top 25. Don't let him fool you.
It's in there somewhere. It's there.
All right. So that's Battlefield 4, and Battlefield 4 isn't like Call of Duty. That's a nice thing. Call of Duty's more like a fast-paced twitch shooter. Battlefield's more of a pace, take your time type of a game. I guess that's what separates them. So I'm excited for it. And we're going to move on now, finally, to 4. The 4th game on our list. This one, I'm not, I don't really have much to say. It's not a game that I'm looking for, but they twisted my hand. These two guys are really looking forward to it. And that is Watch Dogs.
Oh yes.
So Watch Dogs. I'm gonna start. If I want to watch dogs, there's one sitting right there. I watch dogs. I'm good. That's it for
Oh,
me.
yeah.
So I'm gonna go ahead and start with you, Crash.
Well, Watch Dogs, it's to me, Watch Dogs looks like a Grand Theft Auto, pretty much elevated, especially with I mean, who wouldn't want a phone? And I take my phone and just go hack somebody's account and just take out whatever amount of money I want to. I mean, that's pretty awesome. I mean, you do it nowadays and you will actually get
Yeah,
arrested.
I was getting ready to say,
So
you do realize we're
don't,
on the internet.
yeah, so don't do it. But it is pretty cool that you can do certain things. You can spot out potential people that could be at risk and stuff like that, and you have the option to save them or not to save them. So, yeah, definitely, I gotta play it. It's gonna be in the top 10 for me.
Okay, it's in the top 10 for you. All
Yeah.
right, we're gonna move on to Thrill, man. All right, Thrillman.
Uh-oh.
You know, I've
Um,
already watched Dogs, so it's your turn to explain about the game.
well, Watch Dogs is gonna be good. I'm gonna enjoy it, but Watch Dogs is an open world action adventure stealth game. So, um, you're talking about the kind of the storyline on Watch Dogs is a information warfare, especially in this day and age where it seems like everybody wants to get into your cell phone now or your records or something. You know, they're trying to take away everything you have. This is basically kind of one of those things. It's it's someone fighting the big man on top. So it's for me, it's definitely one of those things. Ubisoft decided to do a pretty good game, and I think it's going to be a pretty fun game. So
Oh yeah.
Look, I understand there's a lot of Watchdog fans out there that may stumble upon this. I don't hate the game. I'm just not playing it. I watch real dogs. That's good enough for me. I'm not into the whole sci-fi super phone. It's just not for me. I don't know.
it's all right. We won't hold that against you,
That's
buddy.
all right.
Oh
I
yeah.
appreciate that.
It's okay.
The rest of the world's gonna hate me, but at least I got you two guys.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I'll see you on the next game.
Oh, what? Okay. All right. So are you gonna give it a try through?
Oh, Watch Dogs?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely. Oh yeah, it'll be.
Is it higher up from 20? Top 25?
It's definitely my top 10. So
Okay.
yeah, I'll definitely play. It definitely seems like one of those games I can get into. It has a good storyline. Lots of cool little tricks and stuff about it. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna get it. Definitely top 10. Would recommend it to a lot of people who like that particular type of open world game, the GTA style game. You know, but not GTA, but open worldness, anyways. Yeah. So,
Oh,
yeah, it's
yeah.
gonna be a good game. I'm gonna get it.
So there's 2 yeses for that and 1 big evil ace no.
It's all right. We won't hold it against
I appreciate it. And then we're gonna go into number 5 on our list, which is Ryse Son of Rome, Xbox exclusive.
Ugh.
You're over there going crazy. So basically, Thurman, I'm gonna go ahead and let you start.
Me? Alright.
Yeah.
Ryse Son of Rome. It's definitely a slasher type game. It's a, military, Roman style game. By the creators of Crytek, Dead Crisis, they do a bunch of stuff. The Far Cry Warfare and Homefront was Crytek. Definitely good graphics, definitely good fun. Pretty graphics with the trailer that had come out. It looks great. So, I'm not gonna go into the plot or any of that with it, but CryEngine 3 is his engine, so Microsoft Studios is the publisher for it. So it's definitely gonna be one of those great games. Gory slashy. So give it a shot. I think you'll like it.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. Rise to me looks good. It kind of strikes me as is seen from the trailers and a little bit of gameplay that I have seen. It looks like a 300 hopped up on steroids with God of War. That's pretty much how I view it. It's hack and slash. It's pretty much. I do like the way they have some of the finishers. They have some finishers on it that look pretty good. It
Yeah.
does look really good as far as like the armor and the way they have their lighting. I can't say that I'm impressed from what I've seen. I know that this was originally, from what they say, it was going to be a Connect game, but they kind of held it off. And I think honestly, it's kind of a good thing they held it off. I think it's going to be a pretty good game. I'm interested in playing it. I don't know if the large fan base is. So I guess I'm gonna have to borrow an Xbox again, Crash, or Evil Thrill, and I'm gonna have to come borrow one just to play, Ryse.
Oh, come
So
on over, man.
it's definitely, as far as game I want to play, it is in my top 10. I'm curious enough to see how the story, or what the story is fully about. So, Crash, I guess we'll go with you. You want to play this
Well,
game?
oh yeah, I'm gonna definitely play it. Who wouldn't want to run around and kill people and not get in trouble for it? I mean, honestly, I mean your war situations, you're going back to barbarian type style. Um,
You're scaring me, Crash. That's what you're doing, buddy.
He's scaring
well,
me too. Did you take your
that's
Did you take your
that's the whole
meds?
reason why it's Evil Crash. All right, but yeah, man, I'm definitely wanting to play it. I'm actually into the Roman. I used to watch especially Spartacus that would come on and stuff like that. So I definitely want to get into the Romans and stuff like that. So I mean, I'm excited. I'm excited. So I'm gonna be, like I said, I'm gonna be broke.
Oh
It's,
yes,
it's
yes
gonna
we
be the
are.
top 10 for me. I'm gonna play it.
All right. So that basically gets a check all the way around the table. Everybody wants to at least give it a try. That's gonna bring us to number 6 on our list. I'm just gonna be real honest. This is another Evil Ace King. No, there's a big X for me. I won't be playing it. I'm not a zombies fan. I don't even play it on Black Ops 2. I can't stand it. These two guys love zombies. Probably like the
Yes.
rest of America, and I'm the one oddball out, just like this yellow T-shirt, that doesn't like zombies. So, but it's Dead Rising 3,
Oh yeah.
and
Oh yeah.
Crash. I'll let you start, Crash, since you just want to kill everything tonight.
Oh man, I love it, man. I love it. Especially, man, you got the game looks awesome. The way the trailer is, the actual gameplay they played a little bit of with the trailer. I love the whole effect that it's a free flowing game. It's not one of them like in Dead Rising 2 where you go into another area and then you have to wait for zombies to pop up. This one you look on top of a building or on top of a vehicle and you look out in the distance and you're like just holy shit, there's nothing but zombies everywhere. I mean it's awesome. And the way they did the zombies with it, I have to say the police officers that are zombies and stuff like that, they still have that mentality to fire off a weapon. So you got to watch out for that. But I don't want to go too much into detail what I love, but I'm gonna definitely have it. So that's a definite. But I'm gonna let the other guys explain too.
I guess that's gonna bring me to Thrillman. Before I kick it to you, Thrillman, for people say that, oh, he just doesn't know nothing about the game. I know plenty about the game. I know that it's gonna have smart glass and all that. The one thing about Dead Rising that impressed me from previous games is the amount. Just to throw this out there, I did think this was impressive. The amount of zombies that are they're everywhere, and then we're not talking like 100 here. We're talking like large groups of zombies. For me, that is impressive. I just hate zombies. I do. I'm gonna be real honest. I know this guy loves zombies. He's ready for the apocalypse.
Oh yeah.
Go ahead,
Yeah.
Evil Thrill.
Gas masks, got swords all over the house. I'm ready to go. I got meals in the closet over there. I'm ready for it. Let's go.
Go ahead. Tell us what you think about the game.
Oh no. Dead Rising 3 for me. I'm definitely gonna get it. Definitely it's gonna be in the top 10 for me. Not high, not very high, but it's gonna be in the top 10. Um, Previous games for me wasn't all that great for me. I did play them. I liked them. The first one definitely for me was it was fun for a little bit. It was the same thing, repetitiveness. It didn't have really an easy storyline or campaign, as you played. But a fun game all in all. I think that Dead Rising is going to definitely help a lot with this series because this new Dead Rising 3 has that free animated zombies. So that zombies are already going to be loaded up, ready to go. As soon as you walk into a room, it's not going to be pop, 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 pop. There's some zombies, and there's going to be a lot of zombies in this new game. Animations on them are amazing. Lots of new stuff you can do. You can do modded vehicles, modded weapons, and stuff like that. So they throw a lot into this game, especially with these new consoles being able to perform like they do. They definitely throw a lot more into the game. And you're going to have a little bit of that free running style, game too. So it's kind of an open world, but not. So it's definitely going to be one of those games I'd definitely play. Then was it the Capcom and Microsoft Studios as a publisher. So I'm ready for it. It's definitely an online co-op, single player. So.
Oh yeah.
Oh, buddy. Like I said, I'm not in this whole zombie debacle. I'll just let.
We
Look,
still love you, man.
y'all can kill me if it ever really happens, because I'm just gonna stand there and probably let them eat me.
No,
I'll
you'd
tie you up
run to
like,
one of us.
Shaun of the Dead.
I'm gonna tie him up like Shaun of the Dead in the bullshit. So you continue to play video games, all right? Even in death, you play video games.
That'll work for me. All right, that's gonna bring us to the next.
Oh God, wait.
Oh,
I hear it coming. Give me my cigarette back.
oh.
Oh man, he done snatched the cigarette.
Okay, Boogie keeps trying to steal my cigarette.
I don't support smoking. That you won't see me smoke here tonight. I don't know.
You just ran out, sir. Don't lie to the public.
If you're a non-smoker and you don't like smokers, please just turn off your. Skip forward probably a few seconds and you'll be fine.
Just a minute or two. It won't take me long. I'll get rid of it.
Yeah, Oogie Boogie was smoking the whole time. You never noticed it. So there we go. This is gonna bring us to number 7 on our list, which there's not a whole lot of information out there on the number 7, but I guess it sparked enough interest between all of us and previous conversations, us talking back and forth, as we're making this list. The Order 1886.
Let's do it.
I'm gonna let you start this one, Crash. You were really excited about this, so I'm gonna let you go ahead.
Oh yeah, man. This game right here has me on the edge of my seat, because they don't show you exactly what you're fighting. I mean, you see shadows of what they're firing at, what they're doing. So I mean, honestly, it keeps you on your feet. Me personally, I have 2 decisions on it. It could either be demonic type deal or it could be werewolves. Definitely not zombies. I'm gonna have to put that on this cast right now, that it will not be a zombie game.
Yeah, probably not.
So Evil Ace, I should see you on there.
Well, I guess we'll come to me on the Order. All right, the Order has sparked enough curiosity and enough interest to actually want to play it. Me, myself, I'm going to say that you're going against werewolves. I want to say there's probably something else in there. I mean, who wouldn't want to dress like that? That's just awesome. I wish I could just, pull up in a carriage with a radio and a lightning-like looking gun, and just, I don't know. That's about all I really have, besides the fact that it looks like it takes place back in London or somewhere in that set scene. It's really foggy in the beginning, but it's sparked enough interest that I'm going to give it a try. And if it's zombies, then, at least I can lend my game to someone. Here you go. This is how we share. It has zombies in it. I was very disappointed. I thought it was werewolves. And I was going to have, like, silver bullets. And now I don't have it. I have zombies. And you feed them Twinkies. I hope it's not one of those games.
No.
but I'm curious to play. I'm curious to play the order. So Thrillman, I'm gonna let you go with the order.
The
Yeah, he
order.
go. That was a pretty
Mm.
good facial expression there, bud.
You know me and my faces, buddy. I'll make them all day. Uh, the order looks pretty good. I enjoyed. I'm gonna enjoy it. I think a lot. Very, like I said before, it's another one of those very aesthetically pleasing games. It's gonna be pretty. Graphics are pretty amazing with it so far. I don't know. I kind of honestly hope they don't give any gameplay or any trailers like gameplay trailers because I don't want to know what it is yet. I want to have that suspense. I want to keep that suspense with it. Ready at Dawn, I think, is the developer for it. So uh, I think it's going to be a really good game. It's really really cool looking. Um, Little old school futuristic is kind of what I think it's going to be. Um, but it's definitely I want to buy it. I want it now. Like the rest of the games they're coming out with, it's going to be so pretty. I'm ready for it though. So
Yeah, that is the thing about all these next gen. I know we keep saying, oh, it looks pretty and everything, but the reality is these games do look, all of them do look really gorgeous next gen. As
they
far as
look
a
real. They
yeah,
look real.
as far as a
Yeah.
console player, and then we're coming from the console player's perspective. I know PC guys are like, well, my games have looked like this for a while. I understand that. Don't get me wrong, but the console people are finally somewhat starting to catch up. So for us, you know, I remember playing on PlayStation 1. It was worse than Minecraft. So I mean,
Oh yeah.
I mean,
Going back and playing those games these days, it's like, what the? How did I play this game?
yeah, that's where I'm at. I used to play. What was that last Metal Gear 5 where they had that little flashback scene, the first Metal Gear? I was like, I used to play that. Oh my god.
The two big game.
Yeah. So, yeah, they do all look really gorgeous. That is a plus to all these games coming out on next gen. Some of them are going to be on current gen also, PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360 as well. But they do look gorgeous. I gotta agree with you on that, Thrillman. All right, number 8 on our list. Now this is one I'm excited for. I'm excited for this. Killzone Shadow Fall. Killzone Shadow Fall. How do we describe how I view Killzone? Killzone Shadowfall is kind of like a mix of Call of Duty, Halo, but yet still being itself. I'm a big first person shooter. I enjoy first person shooters. That's just what I like to play. But but Shadowfall kind of it's new. They have this owl. They have. I think the funnest thing I seen was the zip line. I might just ride the zip line. I might not even play the game. I might just keep sliding down the zip line like 30 times. The multiplayer actually looked pretty good. The multiplayer is something that I'm actually more curious. I feel like as far as campaign wise, that's going to be solid. I've liked the campaigns before, me personally, but the multiplayer actually looks like it's going to be fun. I know there's going to be a lot of first-person shooter multiplayers, but I am actually really curious to play Shadowfall. Shadowfall is actually, oddly enough, it is number 1 on my list, so I'm ready to play Shadowfall. I played the series. I've liked the series. It's always kind of kept its own identity away from the Call of Duties, the Halos, and all that stuff in the past. I think it'll continue to do that. So for me, I think it looks gorgeous. Like we've been talking about, a lot of these games do, but this game looks really well. I know that in the past they functioned really well, so I'm looking forward to Killzone. I'm gonna throw it to Crash now. Crash, your opinions on Killzone Shadowfall? Are you playing it? You like it? You love it? You hate it?
You know what? I've never actually played one of them yet. I actually have Killzone 3 sitting up here that I'm gonna try out and see how it goes, just to get an idea of what the new one's gonna be about. I don't have much to say about it, honestly. I'm sorry about that. Been into the Call of Duty trying to go pro on that side for a while. It's not been working out, but at least I am over here trying and everything. But
That's all right. You're my Nate shot. It's all right.
But I'm gonna definitely try it out. I'm gonna have to get on the bandwagon with you. Of course, I'm gonna get on the bandwagon with pretty much everybody.
It is.
So, yeah, I don't have much to say about it. Sorry about that, but I'm gonna definitely try it out, and then hopefully once I try it out, then hey, good to go.
All
So,
right. All right, Thurman, what do you think of the game? You like it, you love it, you hate it?
Um, I'm kind of in the same boat. Crashes never did much on the Killzone games. I might have to go back and play a couple of Killzones now that this one's coming out
God.
because it looks amazing. I think it's Guerrilla Games, I believe is the publisher for it. It looks good. I definitely would love first-person shooters. I've always been a Call of Duty guy, but I like playing other ones once in a while. So I'll definitely get it. Sooner or later, definitely down the road. So that's about all I can tell you on that one. It does look really good. It looks fun. So I would recommend it anyway. So
If you haven't played Killzone, pick a copy up. It's a pretty fun game.
maybe as a gamer, I need to start picking these up.
Yeah, maybe. I've always liked trying different things, and that one was one that I tried a while back, and it impressed me. I enjoyed it, so that's why it's number one on my list. That's how it beats out Battlefield. That's how it beats out Call of Duty. I understand Call of Duty can zap a lot of your time, and it sometimes makes it hard to play another game when you're really trying to do either a competitive or whatever, or just trying to be better than the guy that brought you into it. It'll take a lot of your time out, but I'm looking forward to Killzone, and it sounds like everybody's at least gonna give it a go. So basically, everybody gives it a pass here.
oh yeah,
Me, I give it an A plus. So we're
give
gonna.
it an A.
You give it an A?
I
That's
give it an A.
that's good enough for me.
Yeah,
I,
I'm
I
gonna be
give it
with
a
you.
letter of the alphabet. I'm not sure which one it is, but it's a letter.
Yours would be O probably. Because when
Oh
you
my
play it,
God.
you're gonna be like, "Oh my God!" And we'll move on to number 9 on our list. I'm sure you guys have at least dabbled or played at least one of these games in the series.
Oh, yes.
The new Assassin's Creed Black Flag.
Oh, yeah.
I have played every Assassin's Creed to date. I enjoy Assassin's Creed. I guess I'll go ahead and start with the new game. I just want to spear a shark. That's all I want to do. I can't wait. I'm not big into the pirate ship stuff, so don't get me wrong there. But I can spear a shark. That's all I need. I'm happy. And I can dive underwater. As far as anything else, I think it looks, with the islands and the colors that they're packing into it, it looks really good. But either way, he's just happy that I can spear a shark. That's all I really have to say about the game. I've loved the Assassin's Creed series, so I don't see why I wouldn't like, this next Assassin's Creed installment, and you can spear sharks. I just have to. You can spear a shark. Crash.
Doesn't it also drag your boat?
Oh yeah, see, you like it. It looks like Whiplash. You spear it, and it looks like a car crash with Whiplash. I can't wait. That's what I'm looking forward to the most.
Yeah.
I'm gonna let you go ahead and talk about Assassin's Creed, Mr. Crash.
Well, what I've seen, definitely looks great, especially for new gens. Of course, all the games are pretty much going to look really good, but my biggest thing, Evil Ace here, is talking about spearing sharks. I want to see what the hell you got with the pirates being afraid of him. The most infamous pirate, Blackbeard, is afraid of this guy. I gotta see it. I mean, I want to see what makes him so afraid of him.
I told you he spears sharks. That's scary.
Apparently, apparently. I mean, but I'm the way the gameplay looks and everything. I'm just going broke, man. I mean, that's a lot to say with
We're all,
all these games, man.
I can see it now. There's gonna be millions of people or thousands of people around the world digging in the washing machine. I know I had
I'm
some
gonna probably have
change
to
in
go
it.
pawn some. I'm gonna probably go pawn some shit.
Start selling some kids on
There
eBay,
you go.
buddy.
So,
I can't do that. Nobody wants these kids, man. You see them running back here, all crazy.
all right,
So,
through them, and you have you ever played Assassin's Creed? Any of them?
Yes, I have actually
Okay.
played Assassin's Creed, buddy.
All right.
I did it.
The new
What do you
Assassin's
think?
Creed. What's your opinions?
I enjoyed all Assassin's Creed. It's Ubisoft's cornerstone game. It's made them lots of money, and it's one of their, I think, their best series out. So yes, I'm a big pirate fan. I got pirate flags all over my house. I got skulls everywhere. I'm a big pirate fan. But within this Assassin's Creed thing, I enjoyed all their games, and I think this one's going to be another top-notch game. So really, honestly, it's going to be my top 5, definitely, because I did like every storyline of almost all of the Assassin's Creed. So, but this one is, with the new engines, it's going to look good, it's going to play well, and I'm definitely ready for the Black Flag.
Yeah, I gotta agree with Thurman on. I think that this is Ubisoft's like staple. Honestly, they've done a lot of good games. Don't get me wrong. I like our Ubisoft. I remember playing some of the old Ghost Recons when they actually were pretty good and stuff. I mean, I've been a supporter of them, but I just think that the Assassin's Creed is like their bread and butter, and they do it well, in my opinion. So I am excited for the Assassin's Creed Black Flag, and of course,
Assassin's Creed.
that's right, Assassins. I mean, who couldn't play a game that's Assassins?
Hey, that's what I'm talking about, buddy.
All right,
Do that.
we're gonna move into number 10, and this might be I might fall asleep and take a nap during this.
I'm gonna lose my mind.
I kind of got they broke one of my toes in order to put this on the top 10. So no, in all honesty, number 10 is Dying Light. I'll go ahead and start because I don't really have a lot to say about it. I like that it reminds me of Mirror's Edge with the free run. I might actually play one zombie game. Yeah,
yes,
I might actually
finally
play
got you.
Nookie.
one zombie
Finally
game.
got you, man.
It's got me curious enough. I like the free running. I might actually give this game a go. With that being said, Thrillman is a huge fan of the Dead Islands. I mean, he's played them like 12 times over and over and over. I don't see how he does
Every
it.
mod on the game I did about 16 times. I mean, hundreds and hundreds of times.
I mean, he loves he loves the series, so I'm gonna let you start Thrillman. I mean, this being what Techland that's doing this game. Of course, they do Dead Island.
Oh yes, Dying Light. So excited, so ready for this. I've always been a big fan of the Dead Island games. Amazing games for me. I love the games. I do enjoy this new free run style. You can jump over buildings and climb poles and jump down and just kick the crap out of a zombie head and stuff. Kind of new little things that I thought was pretty cool with the Dying Light is the background of the Dying Light is the fact that when light starts to go down, zombies become even more aggressive and they start to change, and these other ones come out and just look absolutely incredibly crazy awesome. But yes, I'm excited about the game. It's definitely a good spin-off to Dead Island. It does have the modern weapons. It does have the same features as the Dead Island did, with a lot of new stuff as well. So I'm ready for it. I'm excited about it. I'm ready for it to be out now. This is actually my number 1. So.
Oh, shot to
Yes,
the heart, and then with Call of Duty. It's getting replaced by zombies.
Yeah.
Sorry guys, it's gonna be Dying Light for me. I'm ready for it.
Crash, get in there and give us some soul. Tell us how you feel about this game, because I know you like zombies too.
Oh yeah, I love zombies. I mean, it's just the point of going around just killing everything. I love it.
You just want to kill stuff. So.
I know, you just keep bringing kill.
Yeah, well, that's most of the games nowadays. You gotta kill everything.
No,
so.
look, there's My Little Pony
No.
and Hello Kitty.
Real games, guy.
Hey,
Real
what are you
games.
saying? The people that play My Little
Yeah.
Pony aren't real games?
Hey, there's
Gamers?
nothing wrong with Katamari, all right?
That's
Okay,
right.
we're talking about 18 and higher
Okay.
with age.
Okay, I got you.
Okay,
Hey, there's still games out there, 1800s, pretty fun.
you don't
Let's play
count.
some
You don't
Legos, all right? Let's play some
you don't count there. Well, Legos, you killing shit too.
But see, yeah, that's kind of true. They just kind of like fall into pieces.
Yeah, I mean, you whip
It's
over
true.
Indiana Jones Legos, you sitting there just whipping the shit out of somebody and they explode. I mean, come on. but
Yeah.
definitely Dying Light. I've seen the graphics on it. To me, I'm gonna definitely have to get it. I like the effect that during the day you're running, you have to do certain things, but once it gets night, the game automatically changes completely from day to night, and it's a totally different way you have to run through the game. Um, then again, you had Evil Thrillman talking about these different zombies starting to come out. They evolved into something different and stuff like that. And me, I mean, it had me sitting there thinking. I was like, who wouldn't want to see something at night and just be like, what is that? And take off running the other direction. So, I mean, I definitely want to try it out. Uh, Ace, you're gonna definitely have to get on this one.
I'm gonna give it a try. I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna give it a try, and you know, I think I might like it. It kind of has a different. I just think I won't go outside at night. That's what it sounds like. I'll stay inside during the night. Maybe sleep if you're allowed to in the game, and only come out at day. Because I just don't. Bigger
We
zombies.
got your back at night.
Okay, you and Thurman go out
We
there
got
at
you.
night. All right, y'all got this. I'll stay inside and cook some beans for the guys. I got you
Hey,
covered.
you do that.
I
You
got
do
you.
that.
All right, that pretty much is our top 10 list of what we compiled, of what we're looking forward to playing. Our thoughts, our opinions, how we kind of feel about the games. A lot of really good games on there, and there's a lot of games out there, that are honorable mentions that could have been on this, like, the Division and Infamous Second
Metal
Son
Gear.
and the Metal Gear. That yeah, I mean, there's a lot of games coming out that could have made this list, but these are the games that are catered more to what we want to play, more to what we like, more to what we're looking forward to playing. Each one of us, top three gaming list is a little bit different, but pretty much all of them for me, minus Watch Dogs. I'm watching Dogs right now. I already done it. Uh, Minus Watch Dogs, pretty much almost everything on that list I want to play. Honestly, I know y'all want to play all of them. The only game, and I might wind up giving it a try. It depends. I might let Thrillman tell me, once he gets Watch Dogs, yay or nay. It's this, and this. Once I find out a little bit more about it, I might give Watch Dogs a try. So, on to our next subject. This is another Crash subject, and it's basically he's wanting a new idea for basically like a game mode for first person shooter, basically limb damage, and I'll let you explain.
Limb damage, man. Honestly, when you play these Battlefield 4s or Call of Duties or whatever games that you want to play, I have a thing where I've been in the military, seen some stuff, but I want a game that's more realistic. I get shot in the arm. I don't want to be able to use that arm. I actually can't draw a weapon quick now. Shot in the leg. Uh, Now I can't run. I'm limping somewhere. Or certain things like that. If they could come up with something like that, I think a couple of the games will actually go even further, in my opinion. but I limb damage is just one of those things. I mean, I played Far Cry 3. I mean, the dude has a dislocated thumb, and you're just sitting here popping it back in place. Um, to regenerate your health, you gotta dig a bullet right out of your arm. Now, I'm not saying that games have to do exactly what Far Cry 3 does, but like Battlefield 4, hey, Evil Ace can help me with this. You got what, your engineers?
You got engineers, you got your medic, your scout, and you have your certain classes. But I guess if you're gonna translate into what you're talking about with limb damage, it would basically be like the medic.
Yeah. The medic would have to come in and throw something down to help you fix what's wrong with you, or actually get the medic to help you.
And you,
One of the two.
and you're kind of wanting now when you say that a limb becomes crippled or unusable. Now, when you say limb damage, are you wanting an animation to go with it, or you just kind of it gets healed when you have the medic, or if you're the medic and you're able to access it, you know, you just basically get to this pack and you're healed again. Now you can use your arm, the shoulder, the gun. You can run again. Are you actually wanting the animation? Kind of.
Oh, I'm wanting to watch the person dig the
Okay,
shit out of their arm.
you're basically talking something like Far Cry, but make it your own.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, make it your own, but I mean, that's what games are coming to now anyway, honestly.
I do think that there's going to be a game in the future that's gonna have that. I believe, but at some point, you can't just keep making a first-person shooter with nothing that stands out that's different.
Yeah,
I believe that animated, and some limb damage is going to happen in the future. It just reality is Call of Duty is Call of Duty. Maybe a new game mode. Killzone is another shooter online. Destiny, now Destiny being a little bit different, but
yeah,
most of these first-person shooters, they're first-person shooters. I mean, honestly, even Titanfall isn't so far from different besides the mechs, and that's what makes that stand out. And being able to get to high places, jump. That's what games need. Now, Titanfall for me kind of answer that. They have a different type of first-person shooter. Now,
yeah,
naturally, the gun's still there. You're still looking down the sights and whatnot, but I believe at some point there's going to be limb damage. I'll let Thrillman talk about it because I know he has his own, opinion of it. You're trying to put it in the Call of Duty and stuff like that. So, Thrillman.
I'm. Don't get me wrong, it's a cool idea for some games. For some. I don't know if I necessarily want something like that in my Call of Duty. Or, I mean, Battlefield does have it, stuff like that. But, I mean, it's a good concept, good idea, and hopefully I do get to see that sometimes. But there's going to be some games where I don't want to see an animation of healing because it's a fast-paced game of some sort. And that's just one of those things that it could be fun in a sense, but it's thinking about, tournament-wise or stuff like that. Yes, it's something else they would have to, work into their strategies of, pro gaming. But is it something I would want to see in, like, a Call of Duty? No. Battlefield, yes, maybe. Killzone, yes, maybe.
Another
Good ideas for
a new
certain
shooter,
games.
maybe a new shooter that comes out and has
Or new shooter. It's definitely has his realm of possibilities of different shooter games. But there's certain ones don't do too much with, please.
I'm with you. I like Call of Duty's formula. It's a twitch shooter. It's fast paced. Yeah. I like that. Yeah. Battlefield, I could see something like that working in. It's a big map. I mean. I can't.
Time between, you got certain players to do that.
You got enough time. You could do that. Yeah. I like the idea of actually having. I actually enjoyed that part of Far Cry. Now, it didn't really, stop you from being able to shoulder a gun or run or anything. It just took away from your health, and you had the animation. I like the idea of it having a little more realism, but not. I'm with Thrillman. Not in a Call of Duty. Maybe not even
more adventure-based games, maybe like the Far Cry, which is that it's semi-first-person shooter, but it was adventure-based.
I think you have to test that limb damage, in the way what Crash is talking about in a campaign first. If people react to it good in a campaign base, then I think you can test the water again in multiplayer. because just because it works and you might enjoy it in campaign doesn't mean you're gonna enjoy it
Multiplayer.
in multiplayer. Yeah, so I would like to see it. That's personally me. I would like to see it, and I think that at some point things do have to change. Where Titanfall came out, they stand out from the rest of the crowd, in my opinion. If
Yep.
if you broke down games as far as first person shooters, I honestly think Titanfall is number one in my opinion. And then I think maybe it's a toss up between Battlefield and Ghost. I'd probably give Ghost the advantage and then Battlefield, but that's my opinion. The reason I say that is because Titanfall did come in and it is different. It doesn't
Yep.
feel like your same first person shooter, in all honesty. So I'm with them, and I think it would work in another game. Call of
No.
Duty's formula has been this way for so long. I think if you mess with it and did something like that or tweaked it too much, it would just fall apart.
Yeah, but you're talking to me, which is
That's what I'm. But
a lifetime long Call of Duty fan.
and
So it's kinda,
you're one of many.
don't mess with my Call of Duty.
Yeah.
So you're gonna have those people that's
Yeah.
gonna, yes, it's a good idea. You should try it. There's gonna be those guys that's gonna be like, that's gonna be awesome. Let's see it. I want to see how it plays in games. And then like me, I don't want it. But I think it would be cool in certain games. Certain first persons, it would work great with. Can't even remember the name of the game now. Where you're on another world, or the 4 players. Why do I always keep doing that?
What are you talking about?
I cannot remember
Are,
the game
are you
now.
talking about Unreal Tournament?
No, Unreal Tournament is more like the same basis of Titanfall. Titanfall has that online playing. You got to play with other people to play the game. In a certain sense, but that's more than just the first-person shooters or other first-person shooters. So it didn't make that big of a difference. So, but yeah, it'll be fun in certain games.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
So that pretty much that's the limb damage covered, Crash. Unless you had anything else. I mean, do you agree?
Oh yeah, I agree. Like, I could definitely see it happening with Battlefield, especially when you got a 32 on 32.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a big damn board to be running through.
Yeah, I
So,
can
you're gonna have time.
I can agree with you on that. Battlefield is something that could have that. I mean,
Yeah.
there's so many areas that you're at, and it's so. I mean, Battlefield is just ridiculous. The 32 versus 32 it had to be seen because originally, we haven't had 30 on Battlefield 3. We haven't had that, so. But
Yeah.
I think it could work in something like a Battlefield. Now, getting on to our next subject, the best subject of them all. Xbox One, of course, has dedicated servers. Everybody loves this debate. PlayStation 4, of course, we can't say 100% that they don't have dedicated servers. It doesn't look like it to me. Nothing's really been said. Each of them have a cloud network. Each cloud, is a little bit different. I guess we'll let you go ahead through them and kind of talk about the clouds a little bit. Xbox's cloud, and then of course Sony having their cloud. We'll let you give a little backdrop about each cloud network.
But you got 2 clouds basically. Well, not really backdrop on cloud, but you're talking about Xbox's Azure cloud and Sony's Gaia, basically streaming cloud system that they have. They both have this set up for online streaming videos, game downloads and stuff like that. It does help with a lot of different things that way. Honestly, it's more to take a load off the system anyways. So it will help both systems in the long run. The cloud system that is coming out with the Xbox One seems like it's going to be a little bit stronger at first, but I know PlayStation 4 is coming out with a stronger cloud system. If I'm not mistaken, in 2014, like late or early 2014, I'm not sure.
I want to say I think it's the early part.
It's early.
Yeah, I think
early
it's
part.
It's around tax time that they said.
Yeah,
around that area. Yeah, I think they're
first
coming out,
quarter,
they're
I
making
believe. Yeah, first quarter.
Yeah, that higher, the little bit better, stronger, the Gaica system. It's been around for a long time. Gaica has been around for a little while, so Cloud-based system anyways. It's pretty cool. There's a lot of cool stuff with cloud though, especially some kind of, this is a good advantage of the Xbox that over PS4 is, you know, that their cloud's pretty strong. It has a lot of cool little features going into like Forza 4, or not 4, the new Forza game. It's definitely cool because playing against AIs, or you have a basically a drone self that the game has for you. So the better you get, the better your car is going to be. Better your drone car is going to be because of information being stored in the cloud of your driving of when you get better. So it has advanced AI systems. It teaches and involves your AI systems for a lot of the games coming out. So, you know, the better you play, the better your AI is going to get against you too. So that's kind of a really cool little thing with the cloud system. So
Is that going to work with the Call of Duty Ghost?
Yeah.
I'm guessing it's going to. I would highly think it would, because of the cloud system is going to be up and running as soon as Xbox One comes out. So I would think that your AI system for Call of Duty, as long as it's been programmed that way, will learn and, you know, advance with you instead of you getting better than your AI. So there's no challenge with it. You know, it stays at one certain point. You can't really get a challenge out of them. So why have them? So it's a learning, developing, you know, AI system, which is going to be excellent. And that cloud system is going to be a big service for that because it's going to store all your information, how you play, and when you get better, the better you get, the better your AI is going to get. So you're really talking about something that's really cool for, definitely with the Xbox One is going to have a better system that way, you know. So, but we haven't had much information about the new basically PS4, you know, cloud. Is it going to, when it comes out, is it going to do the same features as the Xbox, you know, stuff like that. So we'll see as it goes along and keep you updated on that one too. So
You want to see what the cloud network just brought me? It's magic.
but
We started talking cloud, and this cigarette just came.
Whoa.
Isn't that amazing?
Wow.
I didn't have.
you've been out of cigarettes for how long,
I've
sir?
been out for a while. I love this new cloud system.
Yeah, that new cloud system just hooked you up, buddy.
I love it.
Another thing with basically the cloud systems, you're going to get into the dedicated servers. The dedicated servers is really,
Yeah, that's
a
where.
lot of people, it's a lot of people saying, oh my god, dedicated servers are back for, you know, games. It's going to be so much better. It's going to be amazing all the time. No, it's not. It's not going to completely get rid of lag. It's just, there's no way. Especially how many people's going to be on these servers. You're talking hundreds of thousands of people going to be on servers around the world. Yes, there's more servers. Xbox One bought 300,000 servers for this new system. So yes, they have more servers. Yes, it's going to be better in some ways, but it's not going to completely clean everything up. It just, there's no way. So it's looking at it, yes, it's going to provide some cool features with the dedicated servers. It's going to be easier to find games, easier, no host, you know, migrations, none of that stuff. So yes, for a lot of games, it's going to help a lot, especially with your Call of Duties and your massive multi-online games. It's going to help quite a bit with certain things, but it's not going to fix it completely.
Yeah, my opinion of dedicated servers is, I think they're gonna be good. Don't get me wrong. I think they do. They do help out some, but of course, you know, I guess the best example, like servers via Minecraft on PC and stuff, you still have issues on it. Now, yes, I understand dedicated servers gonna be a little bit different gaming, but I don't think that it changes the playing field so drastically that I feel like I have to run out right now and pre-order an Xbox One because I have to have it because of dedicated servers. And there's my annoying, are you still asleep? Yes, I'm still here. Sorry. I had my little annoying bed pop up. I don't think that it changes the playing field that drastic, in my opinion. I understand.
No.
I think, you know, it depends on Call of Duty, on what's going to happen, you know. If it's, I swear, I'm probably going to snap the disc on my head if it's as laggy as what Black Ops 2 has been. I think some of this is going to probably work itself out a little bit. If Sony goes into the future, if they come out, they're able to do, which I honestly, in my opinion, I don't think they're going to be able to come right out of the gate, even when their cloud launches and do dedicated servers. I don't believe that. I mean, they really purchased it not that long ago, but that's not to say, and this is what people have to understand, that's not to say that Sony won't, look into doing that. But even if they do, I still don't think it changes a whole lot. Crash, you want to chime in? I mean, what's your opinion on the dedicated server? You think it changes the playing field, that we have to rethink PS4 versus Xbox?
Oh, no, I'm not going to change it. That's my personal opinion. I'm not going to change. PlayStation 4 is coming first for me. Um, Dedicated servers, yeah, it could be good, but it could also not be the greatest. You never know. Uh, we don't know anything about the PlayStation 4 with that, or how many servers they're going to be shooting out, like the Xbox said they have. So, I mean, to me, I'm still sticking with the PlayStation 4 either way. But dedicated servers, uh, I'd have to say it's gonna make a little difference, or you might not notice. So,
We're
I mean, that's
we're pretty much all in the same boat. It sounds like we don't think that it's such an impactful thing that you have to be persuaded or tied down, or ball and anchored to. Oh, I gotta have an Xbox, man. I gotta have it because of that. I don't think you put it into that. I think that, now, I'm going to be honest, I think it's a great thing that Microsoft is doing. I think that it will have some impact. That's my opinion. But like I have stated, I just don't think that it makes me feel like, and like I said in the beginning, I feel like Xbox has tried to do is twist my arm behind my back after trying to fix what they've done wrong, and then say, hey, this is going to make such a big difference. I just don't think it does. It doesn't make me come back to you. I'm sorry. It's not going to make me come back and say, I got to have this now.
no.
Well, I mean, you're talking to, the dedicated servers. Yes, Xbox has dedicated servers and stuff like that. You're also looking at, even though there's dedicated servers, there's some areas of the world that just doesn't have good internet, no matter what you do. Even if you have dedicated servers, it's not going to help that guy that's going to have 5 megabytes when this other person over here has 50.
That's
A cool little thing the PlayStation 4 actually just announced not too long ago was the fact that to try to get a foothold a little bit better in Europe, they're actually providing internet service through Virgin, Ono, and British something, I believe. But they're offering up to 200 megabytes in Europe.
yeah.
Internet access.
That was pretty big. That came, if
Yeah.
no one believes this, that was announced at Gamescom. For me, that kind of blew my mind, because Sony's always done pretty good in Europe. Xbox itself is trying to get that loyalty there, but the fact that they come out, they're partnering right as of now, and they said that they're wanting to partner with more. As of now, they basically have 4 internet providers there, and they did make that announcement. They're trying to bring packages of up to 200 megabytes a second, which that is better than a lot of people here, in all honesty. I know, for me, I think that shows Sony even... I felt like Sony could have just got comfortable. I don't feel like Sony had anything else they really had to prove. One, they beat Microsoft to the punch on the date. We all know that. One, they did their press conference way ahead of Xbox. It just seems like from 360, I felt like dominated. I felt like they presented it well. I felt like they were ahead of Sony, and Sony played catch up the entire generation. I felt like Sony has learned from that. Sony drew first blood and just kept going with it. They haven't really changed anything, and I felt like they could have just got comfortable. And that's just my opinion. But to see that they're trying to offer internet, it wouldn't surprise me if something like that later on down the line because there's still places here in the United States that really just can't get that type of internet speed, or they're, in the countries, or sticks as some people like to call it, they just don't have that. So that did impress
Well,
me.
you're also talking about, most cable and access is if you're in a, highly populated area, when people start getting online, it lags and slows your internet service. So,
Yeah, it does.
the Xbox 4 was making, the Xbox 4, God, just off today. The, I'm so off today,
Yeah,
guys.
we
I'm
just
sorry.
skipped the Xbox. We're now in the future, in case you haven't.
We're on Xbox 4
Yeah.
already out. No.
God.
The PlayStation 4. It's actually when they're talking about the internet access that they're offering, they're actually offering game-only internet service. So
Yeah.
it's not going to be tied up with, your next door neighbor's Netflix or your next door neighbor's, downloading illegal songs. Ooh. So it's game-based streaming only, internet access. So it's going to be like right there in your face gaming all the time.
Yeah, they did say in that announcement there is going to be a pipeline for gamers. So that was
Yep.
another really that impressed me.
Oh yeah, hell yeah.
I mean
Oh, yeah.
that's coming out. In my opinion, that's coming out pretty strong. Now, a lot of people say, "Well, we live in the United States. Why is that a big deal to you?" Even if Sony never offers anything like that here, it's still impressive to me that a company is willing to go that far to, Europe really does
Make
not.
sure
Yeah,
you can play your
to make
Yeah,
sure,
absolutely.
Europe really doesn't have some of the best connections. That impresses me that they're willing to go that much further for their customers there. It doesn't matter if I don't benefit from it. I'm just impressed that somebody's going to do that. Like I said, I felt like Sony could have
Absolutely.
just sat there, been comfortable. I felt like they already have won the war. I mean, that's still determined in the long run. I can't say Sony's definitely won it. They took it, they wear the crown. But I honestly feel like right now, where it stands, Sony has won the war. That's me.
Yeah.
So, I'm impressed with what Sony's done this go. I wasn't impressed with the PS3 and the way they handled it and the way they presented it. This time, I felt like they came out, they put their MMA gloves on, and they came out swinging.
It was about time, though.
Yeah, and it was. It is time.
Yeah,
I agree with you, Crash. It is definitely. It's kind of been time for Sony to step up to the plate and say, "All right, we're trying to be the front runner. We want to be the leader in the pack." Because I felt like
Right.
they weren't the leader in the pack this time. I just kind of felt like Sony was like, "Eh, we got a product that works. It's okay." With the addition now they are bringing party chat, which you can say they copy. They're taking that idea from Xbox. I know there's Xbox fans out there that bleed green. I respect you to death. At the end, for me, I just want to play a game that functions, works, and is fun. I don't care if it's on PC, Wii U. I could care less. I want to play good games. That's it. I just feel like this go, there's more good games. I'm more excited about stuff that Sony is bringing than for, say, Xbox. Not saying that Xbox doesn't have titles that have me interested. Obviously, Titanfall, obviously Ryse. There are games there, and you two guys are excited about Dead Rising. There's games there that are good for the title. I just am in love with what Sony's done. I guess I'll be bleeding blue. I guess that's where I stand. I mean, the fact that they really haven't changed. They're still allowing you. They're saying they're leaving the hard drives basically about the same as the PS3. They're going to be upgradable. The fact that they're bringing party chat now, which a lot of people have wanted that. And that's one thing that Microsoft really did right with the 360. They're bringing the party chat. If I remember correctly, in the beginning part, Microsoft was going to release a console, and they weren't talking about including a mic. Now, Sony threw in like a little earbud that, is chat capable. So now Microsoft pretty much is releasing a headset along with their console to encourage chat. I just feel like Sony has hit all the right notes this go around. I think it's Sony's to lose. Crash, how do you feel?
I'm gonna have to agree with you, man. It's about time for PlayStation to finally kick it up. I've been waiting for it. I mean, don't get me wrong. Uh, I was an Xbox fan, especially with Halo. Um, but it's I still have my PlayStation games. Of course, I'm one of the little junkies that would sit down and play Final Fantasy. So I mean, but it was about time, and I'm grateful that PlayStation has finally stepped up ahead of Xbox on this one.
Thrillman?
Yeah, I'm agree with you guys. Same basis there. It's just me. I've been fanboy of both consoles for a long time. I'm gonna bleed blue, but I'm gonna pee green. I'm not kidding.
Yeah.
I've always been a big fan of all consoles. If it's a game system, I'm gonna try it. I've had everything from Atari to the Sega CD, the Sega Genesis, Super Nintendo. I've had the GameCube. I've had Sega Saturn. I've had everything. If it's gonna play, I want to play on it. And the better it gets, the happier I'm gonna be. For me, I can get either console and be completely and totally content with myself, knowing that I got a good system. Either one was gonna give you a good gameplay. No matter what anybody tells you, both of them are gonna be just as good as the other. So, honestly, it's not a debate about which one's better, which one's gonna be worse. It's just a debate about games. It's going to be a game system. Don't get into the what's on paper. Just play the game.
Yeah, I'm with you. If you're a person that's still on the fence right now, and you've been leaning towards an Xbox, get an Xbox. If that's what your initial thought was, get an Xbox.
Absolutely.
Go with an
Absolutely.
Xbox
Go for
because
it.
honestly now, when you look at it, they're both pretty much going to be the same. Originally,
Yeah,
it was
absolutely.
not. That's what started this whole uproar with the always on and the cameras watching me. I can't unplug. Pretty much, Xbox has reversed those policies, which is a good
But
thing.
you're talking that all that is a political thing. That's all it is. It's what the public wanted, and that's what they gave them. So
They
hooray for
they
Xbox.
did
You know.
they did what fans wanted. I guess for me, the reason why I'm bleeding blue this time was I felt like it took too long. I felt like it was handled wrong. I, the one line that just threw me for the loop was when the one guy who no longer works at Microsoft. Okay, he's moved on, but there was that question where I'm in a nuclear submarine. I don't have internet connection, and his solution was that well, that's why we make a product that doesn't have to be connected to the internet. It's called an Xbox 360. That for me, while of course he's moved on, but at that point, that just told me, well, obviously you do not care how I feel. I'm done
Yeah.
with you. I'll see you later. That said all I needed. You said everything I needed to hear. Now he's gone. Microsoft's cleaned that up. Like I said, me if I do get one, it'll be at the price drop. I'm with Thrillman. Both I think are going to provide, good gameplays. We can't really sit here and bash either or. They're there to play games. I mean, we could just go to the complete extreme and say, "Hey, go get a PC."
It's not that extreme. It's
Yeah,
just
we
really
could take it that extreme. We're gonna bleed PC. That's what we're gonna do. It's to play games. It's to play, to have fun, to hang out with your
And
friends.
as long as you're playing a game, it doesn't matter what you're on. Go back to
Exactly.
Atari. It's still a game. Have fun with it, and that's all you need.
I
to
don't know about all that. Whew,
I don't know if I can go that far back. I don't know. Maybe I said that a little wrong.
yeah, don't.
Bad euphemism. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
But that's pretty much our opinions. The last subject for any of you Call of Duty esport fans out there, they had the Turtle Beach PAX Prime tournament. Unite came in first, ending complexities. I think they were on a three-peat going for 4. So Unite, who wound up picking up Parasite a while back, wound up taking first place. They got, I want to say, top prize was 5,000 and 5,000 pro points. Complexity finished second, and then it was a tie for third, fourth between TK, which is Team Caliber, and FaZe, which FaZe kind of shocked me to be in the top 4. Envy was also there. Envy did not perform very well. And other esport / news, you had Optic Merc, who got dropped from Optic. After being there 3 years and being the team captain, they decided to let him go.
I
Um,
couldn't believe that.
yeah, I was kind of shocked. I mean, he's made some videos, explaining kind of what happened and how he felt about it, and then he had basically do a correction video because he said he didn't feel like Big Timer and Nate Shot were really good friends, but he did he did address that and said that they were really good friends. There was no bad blood. I was kind of shocked to see Optic just drop Merc. I mean, it was just kind of all of a sudden, and then all of a sudden JCap left envious. JCap and Rambo did a video together, basically showing that there is no bad blood. JCap took his jersey off in the hotel room with Rambo. It was kind of a funny video, in all honesty. So JCap he's now with Optic, so the roster of Optic is going to be Big Timer, Scumpy, Nate Shot, and JCap. JCap, they all play together anyways in scrims. They all get along good, so I think the chemistry's already there. I think they'll do well. Merc was on the fence on if he was going to continue his pro career or what he was going to do. He was kind of down and out, and he was in the dumps. But he's since done a video, and he is now part of Envious. So basically, Merc and JCap just switched teams. They both play as the anchor. They both pretty much do the same thing, but Merc is now on the roster of Envious with I want to say Proofy is Karma, and then you got Rambo. I think that Envy needed to change something up. Everybody was excited when they got Karma a while back, and it just really hasn't panned out like people thought. I think Merc can re-energize that team. I think Envy now is a team to look out for with Merc. Especially Merc is one of those loyal players. So that's all I got for your esports news on the Call of Duty side. They got a couple of tournaments coming up. You can check out the tournament dates on the MLG site. I know there's also a UMG, which is scheduled I want to say the same weekend that they have. I want to say they're in Orlando for the MLG event. So I'm not really sure who's going to. I think one of them is like an invite. I want to say Orlando might be an invite. You got Gfinity 2 coming up. So, look on your calendar and check those events coming out if you're a Call of Duty esports fan. I am. I enjoy it. So, Complexity's reign is over, just like Impact's. They had their reign. Complexity ended it. Unite's ended Complexity's, reign. So, closing thoughts. Thurman, any closing thoughts?
Play games, have fun. That's all I really want to say on that one. Cool little thing for me is Tech Time. New little product coming out. It's in developer kits now. Oculus Rift. Go check it out. It is a upcoming virtual reality head-mounted display. They already have them on the market. In certain ways, it is a developer's kit. So if you are wanting to have fun with virtual reality, go get the system. It was actually started by a cool little project of you can go to Kickstarter.com, where they actually took a lot of donations of helping them get their stuff going. Took a lot of the VR, actually raised $16 million off independent stuff, but they raised $2.4 million on the Kickstarter site. Go check it out. It's a pretty cool little site. You got a project you want to start, go to there. Show them your idea, see if it's something you can do, and hey, you never know, you might be the next inventor of something really awesome. So, but yeah, check out the Oculus Rift. A pretty cool product. You can go anywhere on it, especially on the Kickstarter. It's still on there. There are about $300 to $800 depending on what you want to do with it. So yeah, cool product. Go check it out.
Yeah, it was at PAX Prime too. They were showing it off, so you might be able to find some information on it on PAX Prime. I want to say if you really want to check it out, try Rev 3 Games. They actually did a little small segment where they were talking about it with one of the guys that helped create it. It does look pretty cool. I wouldn't mind having one.
Yeah, it's pretty exciting.
Yeah. Crash, closing thoughts from you?
I'm ready to game, man.
I hear you.
Let's do it, buddy.
Is ready to game. Get this new gens out and let's Let's
Do
start
this.
some mayhem.
Yeah, I'm
And
ready.
what is
Go
the
crazy
what is
with
the
it.
release dates again, guys, for the consoles?
It's different in different territories. I know I can give you the United States basically.
What is the United States? Because that's where we live in, guys.
That's right. For us, that's what matters. For the rest of you, I'm sorry. In the United States, the PlayStation is coming out on November 15th. For Xbox, it'll be November 22nd.
Oh, Black Friday.
I think that's right around Black Friday, if I believe so.
Man.
It is around Black Friday, I believe so.
Man, you can't.
So someone's
would
gonna
you
get
It's
do
hurt.
that?
either on it or it's real close
Why?
to it.
Why would you do that?
So people can fist fight over them.
Oh,
Yeah,
it's
gonna be
coming.
that way.
It's coming. Watch. You're going to see it on the news.
Hey, that's why I don't have to worry about it. I'm going on the 15th.
Yeah, and those people that have not picked out which one they want, it's going to be hard pressed to find any pre-orders right now. So you might want to look really hard.
Oh, the PlayStation 4 is hard to find. The Xbox One, you're still good. You can
Yeah.
still pre-order them.
But you better hurry,
Oh,
because
yeah.
I'm pretty sure they're going to run out pretty fast. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
they're both
Yeah,
going to be
oh, yeah.
hard to get, period. So
Yeah. Oh yeah.
if you don't have one, I feel sorry for you.
Yeah.
I feel real bad for you. That's gonna do it. That's the Lethal Injections podcast. Thank you for tuning in and watching. If you're still here, I guess you were as bored as us. Hopefully not. Hopefully you enjoyed the show. You can tweet at us at evil_aceking. You can get at us on our Facebook page, Lethal Injections. You can find us on Facebook. Leave us a comment. Please hit a like and leave a comment here. If you got anything you want us to maybe add to the show or something that you found that you'd like us to look at and maybe talk about, just leave it in the comment. Stop by. Maybe one night you could be next to us on here and you can join us. Be one of our special guests for our future. We plan on doing basically a podcast once a week. Might change it up. It might not always be gaming related. That's still to be seen as we move forward. But hope you enjoyed it. I'm Evil Ace King.
I'm Evil Thrillman.
And, of course, Evil Crash.
We love you all. Good night.